all about it. Adopt a dog, adopt a cat. Read all about it, 'cause just like that. Check it out. Hey, yo.
Polish people love big, loud America and everything about it.
Burgers and big cars.
Big cars and big cities like New York for shopping.
America is cheaper for me. For example, electronics, they are cheaper than in Poland.
And of course, they come here for fun.
And I especially prefer New York City because it's the city which never sleeps, and that's totally true.
The world is wide open for this generation of Poles, and America is just one place to explore. It was different for earlier immigrants. They left behind war, communism, and poverty. In America, they could live without fear and support their families. The first place Poles used to go after arriving in America was church, like this one in Greenpoint, a working-class neighborhood in Brooklyn that's been home to waves of Polish immigrants for more than 100 years. It's a weeknight and it's busy.
We're now standing in the oldest parish in Greenpoint, St. Stanislaus Kostka. There are probably, if I look, there are probably 50 people in church right now. Just praying, lighting a candle, communicating with their God.
Richard Mazur has been living in Greenpoint since he was 4 years old. His parents came to America after World War II, and Richard grew up on these streets.
And it was such a wonderful gateway because in some cases people came to Greenpoint and stayed here for 2 or 3 generations and they're still here.
Richard is 64 and follows the old ways. He dances folk dances and eats at the Polish bakeries and delis that sell pierogies. And always there is the church, the place Polish men and women go to when immigrant life seems just too hard and they need help. Just next door to St. Stanislaus Church, psychotherapist Krystyna Piotrowska-Breger sees patients in the parish. They come when their marriages fall apart or when they can't connect with their children anymore. She says one problem she sees is that younger Poles have different expectations from America than their parents did. For many years, Poles arriving in the US would take the first job they could find. Most didn't speak English. They just needed to survive. Not now.
And the young people, the 30s, your redactor generation of my daughter, won't do this. Absolutely not. And they come to America and the first almost information they present to the family, I won't be a housekeeper. I won't clean houses. I won't be working on the construction. So what they do, try to go immediately to college, learn English, and I must admit much more women are studying English than men.
There are still many Polish housekeepers and construction workers, but young Poles with skills can be picky about what they want from America.
They are not anymore adoring like the grandparents, great-grandparents, even parents America. They feel like, no way, I like to go to Europe. I have much closer to Poland. If like I make money, better money in England, no, maybe not in Ireland. Yes, still. France, Scandinavian country. This is many people working there. So they return to Poland.
The differences between generations are causing problems in some Polish-American homes. Polish families used to be separated when immigrants left Poland to come to America. Now, some are leaving America and going back to Poland and other European countries. Dr. Krystyna Piotrowska-Breger's daughter, Kinga, is among those who decided to return to Poland.
I've been there for 6 months only, but I must say that I was busy the entire time.
Kinga has a master's degree in art preservation from Poland and experience from New York art studios. She started her own business in her hometown, Krakow. At the age of 33, that's where she wants to be.
All the environment is very dynamic and people do not complain the way they used to. Everybody actually quite the opposite. Everybody says there is a lot of work and the general atmosphere is very optimistic and it seems like there will be many projects this year and possibly in the future as well.
Kinga is also considering Spain or France. Many European countries opened their job markets to Poles in 2004, when Poland joined the European Union. Thousands tried their chances in England and Ireland. Many have already returned to Poland, where they are coping with the economic slowdown. But they know they have choices.
Now, I want to be there because I want to enjoy something that I really waited for. It was like a liberation to some degree, and I don't want to be somewhere else because I think that is better.
Meanwhile, Polish immigrants who live in the United States are rather optimistic about their American dream, even in this economic crisis. Mateusz Domogała has a law degree from Poland and an MBA from Pace University in New York. He came to America 8 years ago when he was 25. He runs a popular website with Polish classified ads, which he calls the Craigslist for the Polish community. Mateusz also speaks to young Poles about how to run a successful business. This talk at the Polish consulate in Manhattan was part of the conference called Business for You.
Twoi koledzy otwierają w Polsce kancelarie prawnicze. Co ty robisz ze swoją karierą?
Mateusz tells the crowd that family and friends back home told him many times he would have a better career in Poland. At first, he too had his doubts about his decision to stay in the US. He wasn't good at his first job as a salesman, and his first business failed. But finally, he found the right formula, his Polish Craigslist. Mateusz knows he can make it here, but he will move on again.
Today, I definitely want to stay here, but in future, to be honest with you, I don't know. I was thinking about Australia, so maybe in like 3 years I will go to see what's going on there. Maybe I go back home to Poland, but I'm not sure right now.
Young Poles may think global, but older generations made their choices a long time ago. Richard Mazur does not want to live anywhere else but in Greenpoint. This is where his church is, this is where his friends are, and this is where he still dances Polish folk dances, something that he's been doing since he was a boy. But he's proud of Poland's progress.
After all, Poland is now a democracy, and who knows, maybe they'll take a leadership role and be the place to be for the rest of the world.
For years, Polish neighborhoods were part of American culture, offering their labor, food, and traditions. Now, older immigrants wonder, will the younger Poles still be a part of the American landscape in the future? Or perhaps, with their self-confidence and mobility, they will contribute to a new, global dream. For Latino USA, I'm Ewa Kern-Jedrychowska.